Hey, welcome to Back to the Strip 2022. I'm Karen Wilson, and I am here with Greg.
Hey, thank you.
Greg Smart, nice to have you with us
Oh,
again.
it's a pleasure to be here. It's a little cool, a little Tennessee weather we're having here.
It is. Is this stump winter?
This is stump weather, I think.
Okay.
I hope so. I hope it's about over with.
I do too. But you know, it is really not stopping the crowd. When the weather hit today, I thought, might not be a great night, but they're out in full force.
This is probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen, especially with the weather like it is. But it's great to see everybody out and having a good time.
Yeah. Well, we have had a good time already. We've had wonderful barbecue, having
yes.
a little party here out on the porch, and thank you for letting us do
Oh,
that.
it's a pleasure. I just like to see everybody get together. Like I've always said, we're a family-oriented company, and that's the way it's going to be run.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Greg.
Yes.
I will let you pass the mic off to my new co-host this year.
All right, thank you.
And welcome to the mic, Mr. Blaine Wilcher.
Thank you, Karen. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we are going to have a good time tonight. We've got our long johns on.
Yes. I'm still wearing shorts, but I've got 3 shirts on.
Well, I don't blame you. If I'm warm up top, I'm warm everywhere.
Exactly,
So yeah.
exactly.
Well, Blaine, how many Back to the Strips have you gone to?
All of them.
All of them. Okay,
Yes,
because
yes.
you're big into cars and everything, right?
Yes. Growing up with a mechanic for a father, I had no choice but to be drawn to cars.
Yeah.
So I've been here every year, and I enjoy it. And I'll probably mention it more than once tonight. The Strip is the great equalizer for Warren County, if you think about it. All of us have rode it
Yes.
for 60 plus years.
My kids are amazed when they see this. They're like, Mom, was it like this every weekend? And I'm like, sometimes it didn't even take the weekend. In the summer, you just rode all the time.
Exactly. Anytime you were out of school, weeknights, it didn't matter. You were on the Strip.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have cell phones. That was how you found your friends.
Right.
If you wanted to know where your friends were, you came out here and you rode around till you found them.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about a lot of landmarks tonight. We've got some great trivia. We're going to interview some people about their cars. Lots of fun going to be had tonight.
Exactly.
So I guess the first thing we'll do is our first trivia question.
All right.
Blaine and I worked on these together. Why don't you go ahead and give our first one?
All right.
And then when we take our next break, we'll give the answer. And I will say, for those of you watching on Facebook, whoever types in the answer first on Facebook, you're going to win a $10 gift card from Sonic. You can pick that up at Ben Lomond's drive-thru on Monday, but that's something a little bit different we're going to do tonight.
All right.
Fire away, Blaine.
Question number 1 for the night. Roma Pizza Parlor was a popular engagement spot in McMinnville. And I think of the carpet walls.
Yes,
anyway.
yes.
What was the back room called at Roma Pizza Parlor?
And I did not realize till we were working on this that a lot of people got engaged at Roma Pizza Parlor. When I was looking at the genealogy page on Facebook, people were chiming in, got engaged there. So I did not know that.
Well, of course, we were young.
Yes.
But I'm sure it was probably one of the better places to eat, and it probably makes sense that would happen.
Yes, I heard lots of good comments about their food. We were pretty young. That kind of stood in the Waffle House parking lot, which is right next to us. But the Louder Milks ran that, and that was just a wonderful place to eat back in the day.
Exactly.
So type that in on Facebook on the Ben Lomond Connect Facebook page. Give us the answer to what the name of the back room was called in Roma Pizza Parlor. And the first person to get that in there, you get a $10 gift card. We will announce the answer to that in our next break, and may even announce the winner's name.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. You guys enjoy watching Back to the Strip. We'll be back shortly.
Whoa. There you go.
People like seeing themselves.
Oh, I thought they was waving me. They was waving themselves.
Tell her.
we are back here. I've got Blaine Wilcher, my handy sidekick tonight, having a lot of fun despite a little bit of dampness.
Exactly.
Yeah, the cars are still going hot through here, and just in case you haven't noticed, there's a huge billboard back here behind us where people can see their cars go by. I think they're kind of enjoying that.
Yeah, I thought they were waving at me, but they were waving at themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's a neat addition. Jason Gross brought that here. There's paid advertisements on it where they're working with Jason on that, but we're enjoying that being here and part of our Back to the Strip live event. So let's go back to our trivia, Blaine.
Yes.
Let's see. Give us the question again.
The Roma Pizza Parlor, which was a very popular engagement spot in McMinnville for many years. What was the back room called at Roma Pizza Parlor? And it was a very popular place, and I couldn't remember myself.
Me either. I was pretty young then and didn't get to eat there a whole lot. That was probably a little fancy for us. We were more on McDonald's at that age.
And we would have probably made a mess.
Yeah. So the back room at Roma Pizza Parlor was called the Coliseum Room, and Miss Marlene DeLong answered that on Facebook, so she is the winner. We know Marlene for years of working with her at Relay for Life, so way to go, Marlene. You can pick up your Sonic gift card from the drive-thru at Ben Lomond Connect on Monday. So, Blaine, tell me, I guess, what was your craziest thing that ever happened to you while you were riding the Strip? I've put him on the spot here, folks.
Yeah. Right now, the first thing comes to mind is I had a truck, and I sold it to my brother, and I wanted to take it out for one more spin, and I was with my buddy Ziggy at the time, and we went for a ride, and I was showing out, and I tore the transmission out of it.
Did you end up having to like push it or anything?
Well, I drove it as far as it would go, which was at the hill at MES, which used to be the fire station.
Okay.
That's another one. And made it to the hill. It stopped. I called Dad, and I said, Dad, you need to come pick me up. I've done something. And long story short, I had to rebuild the transmission before he'd take possession of the truck.
Well, and that cost you a little bit, didn't it? Because that
Yes.
was not cheap.
No.
Even back in the day, it was not cheap, I'm sure. So, yeah, all kinds of crazy things happened back to when riding the Strip back in our days. Lots of cool cars and fun to be had for sure.
Yes.
So let's go to our second question, which was submitted to me by Miss Donna Turner. I did not know this. Woo-wee. So, what restaurant run by Diane West, who was
Sister to Dottie West.
sister to Dottie West, was located at the current Sonic and WDG location? And some of us remember that as Red Food.
Yeah.
Bilo has been there. But evidently there was a restaurant there ran by Diane West. This was kind of maybe a little bit before our time.
No, it wasn't.
It
'cause
wasn't, okay.
I ate there.
Okay.
It might have been before your time.
Well, we're close.
You're a little bit younger, but I know I eat there with my dad.
Okay, alrighty. So be the first person to answer that on our Facebook page. We're going to be giving away another $10 Sonic card. Again, congratulations to Miss Marlene DeLong on winning the last question, which was the Coliseum Room. So we're going to turn it back over to the Strip Riders. So we'll be back in a little bit with more Back to the Strip.
I knew the hitching post before I even looked at it. I was probably 6 years old.
We may have to share it.
Can he back it up right here?
Yeah.
That's as far as I can go.
Hang on just a minute.
What's going on? We done an interview over here. We done him. I don't know. Okay, well, he needs to be down here. Y'all go do a TV first. Are you doing a TV first? Question? Or are you going over there?
How you doing? What about it?
Tell her to switch this. Tell her to switch to this.
What you want to do?
Camera go over there with him.
Doc,
Blaine, you stand up there.
don't fall. If you fall, make sure we get it on video.
Yeah.
Hey, we are back here at Back to the Strip, and we've got an awesome ride here. Blaine, talk to Mr. Grissom about this awesome. Is this a Bronco?
Yeah, it's a Bronco. You ought to know that with all the hype that the new ones are getting. But anyway, Mike, tell us about this Bronco.
It's a 77, which this is the last year they was made. They started in 66, and like I said, this is the last year they made them. It's got the automatic power steering, power brakes, disc brake front end. It's got all the bells and whistles of, you know, back then the power steering was, you know, that was a big deal, and power brakes and all that. So.
I kind of like that you've kind of kept it pretty original
Oh,
here,
yeah.
that you've not really fixed it. It's kind of like it was then.
That's right, yep.
Well, let me talk to this little fella back here. What's your name?
Asher,
Asher. Do you love riding around in this vehicle?
especially like in the back.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, guess what? You can just ride and let the wind blow through your hair.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about that hat you got on. Are you a Ford family?
Yeah, we love Fords.
Okay. So you don't talk about Chevys at your house at all?
Oh, my middle name's Ford.
That's awesome. Asher Ford Grissom. That's awesome. All right, Mike, thank you so much for bringing this by. We expect to ride in this later on, okay?
Holler.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey.
But now we'll be moving back over here a lot, won't we?
Yeah, 'cause we won't do that.
starting to be more nicer rides getting out now that the rain's kind of settling. Now that's interesting. That's an interesting story, but she's had it.
I'll let you read the question and then I'll give the. Hey, Blaine and I are back again with another trivia question. Revisit the question we put out there last.
All right, what restaurant run by Diane West, sister to Dottie West, was located at the current Sonic and Warehouse grocery store right down the road here?
And the answer was
The Hitching Post. I knew that because I remember eating there as a little kid with my dad.
okay, the Hitching Post. I had no idea that was there. I don't remember that at all.
Right.
The winner of our Sonic gift card for that is Lori Pack Wilcher. You said you didn't tell her the answer.
No, I haven't spoke to her. I didn't know she was actually watching this, and I don't know how she knows because she's several years younger than me, but maybe she went there as a kid.
Maybe. Who knows? But we're going to be fair and let Lori win a $10 gift card to Sonic too. So let's go with our next question. I'll remind everybody, you give the answer on the Facebook streaming where we're streaming back to the Strip. A popular breakfast spot in McMinnville whose pastries were the tastiest in town. Everybody remembers going there before school, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, kind of sat over here, kind of behind, Regions Bank.
Well,
it's not even that
I wouldn't
anymore.
I wouldn't give any clues. This is too easy.
Too easy. I know. We used to go there and get the pastry and a Coke before school. That was always pretty yummy.
A lot of people like the pinto beans.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that was a good place to go for lunch
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay, I missed that place. There has never been any replicated in this town to my liking
No,
anyway. They were the best. Well, we will turn it back over to the Strip. We've got some interesting cars coming up here. I see a a door sticking up. That's pretty funky looking, Blaine.
I've heard about this car. Evidently, this person is nicknamed the Doughboy.
Oh, okay.
So,
what
anyway.
is that?
That, I believe, is a Impala.
Impala. Okay,
Yep.
so it might have been something our grandmothers might have driven or our moms back in the day, but he has really put a different twist on this, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely Pillsbury may be sponsoring this ride, or maybe he's just using their logo. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's a nice young lady here driving it. That is pretty cool, I will say. That's a neat way to put a spin on an Impala for sure. All right, we're going to go back to the audience for Back to the Strip, back to more cars.
Okay.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Come here and hold this for a minute. Let me go in there and get some tape.
All right. Gotcha.
No. Tell her to stay on you where I can move this one around.
Does it matter? I've got more history.
Okay.
The guy that the commissioner, he texted me more about that. He said that hitching post opened in 1970. Do you want me to mention that or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be
All
good.
right.
Okay. Hey, I'm back with Blaine Wiltshire. We are here at Back to the Strip. I hope you can hear us okay. There's lots of noisy cars here, but that's part of it, isn't it?
It's music to my ears.
Yeah. You're a car fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you still have your original car that you had back in the day?
No, I have a car that is identical to it. A lot of people think that it's the actual car I had in high school. It's not. It's 3 years newer, which is still an 81 model. But it looks just like it, same color, except it has got a V8 in it, and it's built pretty stout.
Okay. I'm sure you like to roam around town in that with the kids and everything.
Sometimes when you get them fixed up so much, they tend to want to stay in the garage.
Yeah, I get that. You had some trivia there about the hitching post. Let's revisit that.
Yeah, Commissioner Robert Hennessy actually texted me and mentioned that. A little side note here and a little extra trivia or history is that the hitching post was actually opened in 1970, and they came to the elementary schools and gave out free samples while they were in class. So that's a little bit more history
neat.
there.
All right. Well, we won't go back to 1970. I will say that was a good year. I wasn't
Yeah.
born that year, but were you?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, we won't go there either. So let's go back to the last question. A popular breakfast spot in McMinnville whose pastries were the tastiest in town. You want to give us the drum roll and give us the answer to that?
I'll pass on the drum roll.
Okay.
but It's pretty easy. Tastio.
Yeah, Tastio. I loved their donuts, their donut holes. You said their pinto beans were awesome.
Yeah, the pinto beans. People would like to get those at lunch, and they had other things, but my favorite thing they had was what they called the Wimpy. I don't know if you remember the Wimpy.
I think
it
I
was
do.
the chocolate donut with the whipped cream looking stuff on it that was almost 100% sugar.
Oh, I remember having one of those. You kind of walk away with a pretty good buzz after the fact.
Yeah, and I was working nights at Nissan, and I would come in that morning and I would get a Wimpy and try to sleep, and that didn't work.
Those two aren't real conducive. Our winner of the $10 Sonic card for that is Courtney Bennett. So Courtney, go by the Ben Lomond office on Monday at the drive-thru and they'll give you your $10 Sonic card. So we are ready for our next trivia question. You go ahead with that, Blaine.
All right, this iconic landmark has the most famous roof in town, and I actually have the original sign.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just another little note to that. It's still here, still going strong, and still a very popular place to eat.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so the most iconic roof in town. Think about that here. It resides, been here for a long time on the Strip. So we're going to let everybody ponder that. Answer us on Facebook, and we'll come back shortly with the answer to that. All right, Blaine, thank you, and y'all enjoy Back to the Strip 2022.
When they change the sign, I called them taking it down.
do this one right here.
That's good, Brian. Run that through there.
Is it? Check, 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 check.
Got a nice cam in that. Good, you.
Hey, we are back live at Back to the Strip with my co-host, Mr. Blaine Wilcher. Blaine, I just noticed your hat. You've got a Back to the Strip hat.
I'm glad you noticed that. I've already had the person who made this, Paul Kring, say, nice hat. So Paul Kring, PK Embroidery, thank you for the one-of-a-kind hat.
And we are here with Brian and Glenda Taylor. Brian, this is awesome. I hear these guys talking about how it runs. Tell us about your truck.
It's a 67 Chevrolet, short bed. It's got a 6.0 LS with a 4L60 transmission.
That means nothing to me, but I am very impressed. Okay, should I
That
be?
means it's built.
It's built.
Yeah.
Okay, it's built. Does that mean it goes fast?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Glenda, you are one of my Back to the Strip buddies. Yes. Give me, say, your craziest your strip memory.
Gosh, I don't know. There's been so many.
I know. Glenda and I ran around together a lot, and we piled up in the car and rode up and down through here quite often.
We burn a lot of gas.
Did you meet your lovely wife at the strip?
Yeah. I seen her on the strip. Yeah.
That's how we used to meet our fellas there.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't have these cell phones. That's right.
Yeah.
Free Facebook.
Yeah.
That is right. Hey, Blaine, let's go back to our trivia question here. We got some other things to talk about too. Talk to us about, we're on the iconic roof.
Yeah, the iconic landmark has the most famous roof in town. And they have good sun drop too.
Do they? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that was right in the background. Chicken Chef.
Yes.
Chicken Chef. Everybody knows the red roof. And you were telling me you had the original Chicken Chef sign.
Yeah, they changed the sign a few years back, and I saw them taking it down. And so I turned around and went back, and I was able to get that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put it up in your garage sometime. We'll have to see that.
You haven't seen my garage. I don't really have a place to put it.
The winner of the trivia question for that was Gail Hillis. She gave us the name Chicken Chef. So, Gail, go by the office on Monday and get your $10 Sonic card. Also, Blaine, before we give the next question, tell us about this awesome, we're going to talk about the cruise in right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Every first Saturday of each month, except this month, we don't try to interfere with Back to the Strip. Everybody's here anyway. But from April through October at Farmers Market from 5 until whenever, we have a cruise in. It's free, and you get a dash plaque for any donation, and it goes to kids of the community. And down through the years, we've been able to give them 3 vehicles through the money that we've raised. And so it goes to a good cause.
I know we've talked about that before. You guys get cars that maybe people donate and fix them up and donate them to kids that cannot afford a vehicle.
Yes, yes.
Gives them a ride to work, school.
Yeah, and we've had good results with it. You know, some of these kids, we were fortunate. Most of us had a vehicle either give to us or that our parents helped us find a job and be able to get the car and get a way to work until we got the car. But not everybody's that fortunate, and so this really helps when you get your wheels.
Awesome. Okay, so Brian, I'm going to let you read our next trivia question. Just don't say that, because that's the answer. Hey, we got to put our readers on, don't we?
Yeah, don't say the answer.
Okay, we are right there about the Plaza Shopping Center.
The Plaza Shopping Center was a popular location for frozen treats.
Okay, frozen treats on the corner of the Plaza Shopping Center. Anybody used to go there and kind of get yourself a little treat? Chime in on Facebook and give us the answer, and you'll win a $10 Sonic card. So thank you guys so much for showing us your awesome truck. And Blaine, thank you. We'll be back in a few minutes with more Back to the Strip.
Nice truck. We just want to set them here. Whoa, about did it.
too bad. Do what? Hey, you're on the TV now.
Hey, we packed them in back in the day. We shoved 4 or 5 people.
Okay. Hey, welcome back. We have got a new vehicle here, and I have to say, I don't know if the women are missing this or if they're smart not to be in here, but we got a carload of good-looking guys. Blaine, tell us about, talk to these gentlemen.
All right. First, I'll let them introduce themselves here.
George Wiltshire, Roy Lance, Gary Lawrence,
Otis Sandlin.
David Birch.
We got about probably 300 plus years of experience sitting in this car right here. And they said they couldn't get in the back seat, and I said, I know back in the day you got more than 3 people in the back seat of a car if you needed to.
Did y'all ever sit with some good-looking ladies in the back seat? Blaine, why don't you have them tell us about this ride?
All right, go ahead. And by the way, this is my dad.
it's a 80 Malibu. I traded the riding lawnmower to it, several years ago, and built the engine, had the transmission built, put the rear end in it, done about everything. Then I wound up buying another car, and I let my friend have it, Roy Lance.
Yeah, they worked on this car together, and last year, toward the end of the year, we took this car to Buffalo Valley, an old drag strip that Dad and some of them used to run on back in the day, and we ran this car, and I ran a truck against them, but I couldn't keep up with my dad, so that's a little bit more of a story than I wanted to let out, but anyway.
That's a good place to test your ride out.
Yes.
At Buffalo Valley. Well, let's go back to our trivia contest. Let's see. We were talking about the Plaza Shopping Center was a popular location for frozen treats. Will you give us the answer to that?
Well, I didn't see the answer. I want to make sure I know. Okay, I did know. Kay's Ice Cream.
Kay's Ice Cream Parlor. We were talking in the office there. They had those cute little chairs, the little iron chairs. It was really fancy. And
Right.
after you got your hair cut at Charm Beauty, if you behaved, you got to go to Kay's Ice Cream and get your treat.
Yeah, my mom used to go to Charm a lot. She had a lot of friends that actually cut my hair there at Charm, and that's where I remember that from. And I want to say thanks to everybody that's messaging me. They're giving me a lot of history, and I'm getting all my facts jumbled up. So I will correct myself. Earlier, I said that the hitching post started in 1970, but it was actually Tastio.
Okay, so that was tasty.
Thanks for all the trivia, but we've got a lot of history in this town.
We do, and the winner of the Kay's Ice Cream answer was one of my favorite people, Pam England. So she can go by the Ben Lomond Connect office on Monday and get her $10 Sonic card. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to know the next one. So, popular with shoppers, what kind of stamps were given out with purchases at Cooper and Martin grocery store? That was a lot of fun. You had the little books and you filled them up, and what
Right,
were those
right.
called? We'll
Mhm.
find out. Tell us also about your car show stuff again.
Yeah, I want to mention this car show that we do every August, and it benefits families in crisis. It's the Great Bodies Car Show and Swap Meet. It's out at Champion Chevrolet, and this will be our 11th year hosting this event. It's nowhere near the scale that Back to the Strip is, but we keep growing each year. We're averaging around 150 vehicles each year now, and we have over 75 awards. It's a great time and something that I like. We primarily play 80s music, so it's got the feel that I like, and we have a lot of door prizes, a lot of exciting things. And this year we're going to have something different. We're going to have a go-kart with a jet engine on it, so we're looking forward to that.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so and they all get like plaques for their cars. Is that correct?
We have dash plaques, and we have, of course, the awards. We have door prizes. We have silent auction items. Everybody gets a special gift. I mean, it's more than a car show. It's an event.
And that's coming up in August. Correct?
August the 13th.
Yeah, and if you want to show your car off before then, you can always come to the cruise in.
Come to the cruise in for kids at Farmers Market, first Saturday of every month, starting back next month, 5 until whenever.
And that goes to such a great cause. You both of them benefit, one families in crisis, one kids of the community, both just wonderful charities here.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we will go back to the strip and let some people show off their beautiful cars, and we'll be back with our next trivia question and the answer to what you always like to get at Cooper and Martin.
Thank you. All right, I smell that thing getting hot.
Hey, we are back again with our live strip shot with my co-host Blaine Wilcher. Blaine, what's your favorite thing about tonight?
Actually, this. I mean, you know, I've done all these back to the strips, and I love being around cars. But this has been fun. Like I said earlier, I've had people messaging me, telling me history that I didn't know. You know, I said a few minutes ago when we had everybody in that car, there was probably 300 years, and I got to thinking there's more like 600.
Oh, wow.
Because my dad reminded me that most of those guys that was in that car have been driving the strip for 60 plus years.
Wow. That's a lot of good memories, isn't
yeah.
it? I know we were talking about, you know, pre-Facebook, pre-cell phones, way before all of that. That's how you met up with your friends.
Yep, it is.
Potential love interest, all kinds of great things happen here. And maybe some not so great. That's okay too. That's
Yeah,
part of growing up, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, on our trivia question, thank you all so much. You are chiming in and participating in this. I got this answer directly from a former Cooper and Martin employee. What was the great things that they gave you after you made your purchase? What was that, Blaine?
Quality stamps.
Quality stamps. Some people said S&H, but I got it from a direct source. It was quality stamps. And he said when they checked out, if they didn't get the correct number of stamps, they would come back and ask for the number they were supposed to have. But see, you said you didn't remember this.
No, I don't remember
I
that.
remember these little books, and you licked them and you put them in the books, and then you could go to a quality store and you got all these great things. Like I think my mom one time got a pretty lamp or something like that. So that was kind of fun. All right, give our next question here, Blaine.
All right, this is actually one that I come up with. What mascot was used by Moore's Building Materials?
All right. What mascot? Think of the Moore's building, the orange and white striped
Yes.
building, and they had a little mascot in with their M.
Yes.
In the Moores.
Yes.
And I will say, too, the answer to the quality stamps, our winner for that is Miss Terry Turner. Terry, go by the office, the Ben Lomond Connect office on Monday and pick up your $10 Sonic gift card. We are going to turn it back over to the strip riders. They are getting a little thinner. It's getting pretty chilly out here now.
Yeah.
My toes are a little colder.
Well, you shouldn't have wore flip-flops or whatever those are.
I know. I should have put some better shoes on. But anyway, we'll go back to the strip, and we'll be back again in just a little bit. Thank you.
Lee, can you pull up for a second? Let him out.
Great. He can go around. He can go around, Lee.
Let him go around. We won't get that on air. A gearhead to understand, but
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, he wanted to thank Money Jones for the car work.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure we do that. We'll make sure.
If you don't know him, don't listen to
Well,
nothing
our-
he says.
This has been a fun night, Blaine. I tell you, we have had a ball, hadn't we?
Yes, we have.
We've commented. We're just about ready to wrap it up, and it's a little early for us to call it a night for the Strip, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, you know, I remember going to the 10 pin and calling my mom from the payphone and telling her I was at my buddy's house and I wasn't going to be getting back out. And I was lying.
Yeah.
But you know
That's kind of
I've changed. I'm better now.
That's kind of what we did.
No.
We are here with this beautiful ride. Mark's going to get a great shot of this. Tell us who you are and a little bit about your car.
Lee Martin, me and Beth, my wife, Beth Martin, we own Lee's Collision Center. We built it at the shop. It's about the third different time it's been under transformation. Got it done and got hit and had to redo it. So it's just a passion of ours, I guess, cars. So.
Now, how long have you owned this particular car? Did you buy this? Like, was it in rough shape?
Yeah, it was. We've redone it all at the shop up there. So it's been redone twice since I've had it.
Sure is pretty. What do you think about it, Blaine?
Well, it probably, I'm guessing, would probably sell for 5 times more than my first house.
You think 5 times more than your first
I
house?
tell everybody if it leaves our hands, we found an idiot probably.
As we get older, we have a.
This is our retirement.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Your kids' inheritance, all of that, right? Got to have fun with it. Yes, that's right. That's right. Well, it sure is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing it by here. Blaine, let's go back to our final question that we had. What mascot was used by Moore's Building Materials?
A fox.
A fox. Remember, it had the M, and his ears were part of the M. The winner of that is Miss Sharon Ashford. Again, one of my very favorite people. So, Sharon, go by the office on Monday and pick up your Sonic gift card. And I want to invite Greg back over here again to help close out our show.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We have had a ball here tonight.
It has been a great night, and the crowd is it's amazing at the people that's come out tonight. And I want to thank all of our family for coming, our Ben Lowman family, and putting this on. It was a great show.
It has been. The weather hasn't dampened our spirits at all, has it?
I thought, well, with the rain moving in, we're probably not going to have much, but it was. This is the biggest crowd I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and I will mention Back to the Strip does benefit Meals on Wheels.
Absolutely, yes.
And we're big supporters of Meals on Wheels.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I think I had deliveries there this past Wednesday.
We do. We do help out with that and go around and have our employees participate in that.
Yeah, so we'll encourage, if you didn't bring your canned food item tonight, you can probably take it by Custom Vinyl anytime. Mary and the bunch at Custom Vinyl will make sure Meals on Wheels gets it. Or you could probably take it directly to Meals on Wheels, located just outside downtown.
That's right. They're all the time looking for volunteers to go help. So just reach out for them and give to the cause.
All right. Thank you. And we'll turn it back to
Yes,
Blaine, and
thank
we'll
y'all.
say our good nights. Thank you both very much. Blaine, appreciate you stepping in. Brian was out tonight and being my co-host.
I enjoyed it. Maybe next year I'll get a little cameo. I would be glad to do something next year. This has been fun.
All right. Well, thank you to our audience. For those who couldn't get out, we hope you enjoyed watching it. You've probably had the best seat in town. It's certainly much warmer. We're going to sign off for tonight. We appreciate you tuning in to Channel 6 and 306, and we'll catch you again next year for the 2023 Back to the Strip.